E. Hi there, everyone. This is Sean 07 1986. I hope you're having a fantastic Monday. Sunday, sorry. Brains freeze and whatnot. But, I'm going live for basically whatever reason. Listen, I'm bored right now. I have, what you call it, have a lot of stuff I'm gonna do, like watch football and everything. Gonna take care of all the good stuff before the football season, before football game starts. My team doesn't play until tomorrow, so we're actually pretty good. Now I know I've been sleeping on this story. Well, not really. I've been mostly working and everything, but I figured I might want to get this out before the games actually start. As of right now, it is 10:11 right now. So let's get this party started. Okay, so basically, in case you haven't heard, um, or if you're probably living on a rock, the Carolina Panthers have benched their number one quarterback, their number one pick in last year's NFL draft, Bryce Young. Yeah, given how the Carolina Panthers are 0-2 and they didn't do too hot. David Tepper, of all things, of all people, have decided to bench Bryce Young. Yes, that's right. He did bench him, and the starting QB moving forward is going to be Andy Dalton, a journeyman. I'm reading this from NBC News. Panthers bench QB Bryce Young, former number one pick, after this slow start to the season. The former Alabama signal caller has the NFL's worst rating through 2 games. The winless Carolina Panthers benched struggling quarterback Bryce Young, the number one pick in the 2023 NFL Draft, in favor of veteran Andy Dalton, the team announced on Monday. Following the Panthers' 26-3 loss to the Los Angeles Chargers, still sucked on that one, on Sunday in Week 2, Carolina coach David Cornells endorsed Young as our quarterback, but less than 24 hours later, that stance changed. This is the best decision for our group, our team going forward, Canales said Monday. I just owe it to all the guys, the coaches, the staff, the players, everyone involved to be really critical about what we put on film, about what I'm seeing, and to make sure that I'm constantly making the best decision for the team every week. And it happens to be the quarterback position. And so it's loaded that way. But it's every position and all the guys. Young, last year's top pick after a stellar college career in Alabama, one of the powerhouse football teams of all time. What about Alabama being one of the most powerful college football powerhouses that generally pump out stars next to Ohio State, has struggled to up his game on Sundays. Through 2 games this year, he has the lowest QBR rating, 44.1, of any starter in the NFL. He's thrown 3 interceptions with no touchdowns in Carolina's opening 2 losses. He started 16 games of the Panthers' woeful 2-15 campaign last year. Yeah, that's right. Last year, the Carolina Panthers went 2-15 last season. Now, normally with that record, they would have gotten the number one pick, right? Well, no. Because that first pick they got last year, they traded it for the Bears to get their number one pick to get Bryce Young. Dalton will be under center for the Carolina Panthers when they visit Las Vegas to take on the Raiders in Week 3, which is today. The 37-year-old had been the longtime quarterback in Cincinnati, leading the Bengals to the playoffs 4 times and earning Pro Bowl honors 3 times. Since leaving the Bengals before the 2020 season, he started in just 30 games with 4 teams over a little more than 4 seasons. I wasn't sure if I was going to get to start again, Dalton told members of the media Monday. I'm really looking forward to it. I'm excited about what's ahead. It's a tough situation. It's been on both sides of it. I've been on both sides of it. It's hard on everybody. For me, I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, it kind of sucks for Bryce Young because he really did deserve this, man. He really did deserve it. And you want to know why I said, oh well, the first overall pick was traded from to the Bears to get the number one pick. Well, that's half the story. Because look what I got right here. This is a reminder of what the Panthers gave up to draft Bryce Young last year. All right. They drafted 4 draft picks. Here's the draft picks. They traded the 2023 first round pick, the number 9 overall. Traded the 2023 second round draft pick, number 61 overall. Traded the 2024 first round draft pick, which became the first overall, thanks to Carolina being 2-15 last season. And they traded 2025 second round draft pick, which, by the way, that's next year's draft pick. Oh, and they also tossed in wide receiver DJ Moore. This could very well go down as one of the worst trades in NFL history. I mean, it's even worse. I had to say this, but I think this might be even worse than the Herschel Walker trade. And if you think that's bad for Carolina, well, oh boy, Nick Saban is calling him out. Nick Saban, the former legendary head coach for the Alabama, who's been winning championships, he's calling it out. I'll read this from Yard Barker. Nick Saban brutally ripped Carolina Panthers over Bryce Young. Trade incoming? The Carolina Panthers made a studied decision to bench their franchise quarterback, Bryce Young, following a rough start in the 2024 NFL season. While many have questioned Young's performance, one of his staunchest defenders, his former college coach, Nick Saban, has come to his aid. The Alabama legend, who coached Young to a Heisman Trophy and an SEC championship, had plenty to say about the Panthers' treatment of their young quarterback of the Pat McAfee show. Saban's take pretty much just said it best. Panthers failed to surround Bryce Young with talent. Bryce Young's transition to the NFL has been anything but smooth. The Panthers, who selected him with the number 1 pick overall in the 2023 NFL draft, hope he will become our franchise cornerstone. But according to Nick Saban, the Panthers didn't do enough to set Bryce up for success. Saban highlighted how difficult the quarterback position can be, especially when a team lacks the necessary support around the players. Like I said, when David Tepper, when that team traded all those draft picks and DJ Moore to the Bears, they were setting up. It was pretty much a setup for failure for Bryce Young. Because trust me, if the draft picks you could give up those draft picks. That's all well and good and everything. But don't trade one of your best weapons, your best wide receiver in the package too, especially if you need him for a young quarterback to thrive. Quarterback is a really hard position to play if the people around you don't play well. Saban said during his appearance on the Pat McAfee show. He pointed out the lack of talent around Young, asking, do they have the type of players around Bryce Young to even give him a chance to be successful? The Panthers were thin on talent when they made the trade to move up from the number 9 pick to the number 1 overall in the 2023 draft. As part of the deal, they said star wide receiver DJ Moore, 2 first-round picks, 2 second-round picks to the Chicago Bears. While the trade secured Young, it depleted the team's assets, leaving the rookie with limited options on the field. And let's not forget, they also lost Christian McCaffrey. They're one of their star best running backs, who's now not only in with the Niners but also thrive. Hell, he even managed to make it to the Super Bowl last year. If only Kyle Shanahan didn't screw that one up. But it really is. The Bryce Young struggles. What went wrong? Well, a lot. Bryce Young's rookie season was far from the franchise-saving performance the Panthers hoped for. The team ended 2023 with a league worst 215 record, and Young's numbers were mediocre at best. I put the best part right there. He threw for 2,877 yards, 11 touchdowns, 10 interceptions, and finishing with a disappointing 73.7 passer rating. In fact, let me take a look at CJ Stroud's rookie stats. Uses StatMuse. For season, compared to CJ Stroud, who was picked second with the Houston Texans, he put up phenomenal rookie numbers. He had a passer rating of 100.8, 4,108 passing yards, 23 touchdowns, and only 5 interceptions in 15 of his games. He was selected to play in his first Pro Bowl and won Offensive Rookie of the Year. Bryce Young, CJ Stroud looked like he was already NFL ready. I mean, it's like, look at all those stats right there. It's like, he was him. CJ Stroud is him. And here the Texans, and given the fact that the Texans had so many weapons in his rookie year, and now he got more weapons this upcoming season, sky's the limit for that kid. And let's not forget, the Texans are currently 2-0 right now. They're literally 2-0. Oh, hey, Kristen. Yeah, man. It's just crazy, man. It's crazy. But yeah, things didn't improve in 2024 because in his first 2 games in the season, the Panthers were outscored 73-13, with Young throwing for just 245 yards and 3 interceptions across both games. Head coach Dave Canales, in a surprising move, benched Young and handed the starting job to veteran Andy Dalton. But Saban insists that benching Young might not be the answer. I hate to see Bryce get benched, Saban said, acknowledging that the Panthers have to build a team from the ground up before a player like Young can truly thrive. That is true. While Young is benched for now, Saban believes this could be an opportunity for growth. He always been a guy that's sort of improved from his failings. Hopefully, this will be an opportunity for him to do it again, Saban said, emphasizing the faith of Young's long-term potential. Could Bryce Young be on the trading block? As Bryce Young watches from the sidelines, speculation of his future in Carolina is growing. Multiple reports suggest that several NFL teams have already expressed interest in trading for Young, despite the Panthers' public stance that they are not actively shopping the former number 1 pick. According to ESPN, various teams have inquired about Young's availability, while others are weighing the possibility of pursuing a trade. Although head coach Dave Canales and the Panthers front office maintain that trading Young is not something we're really considering, many believe the team's position could change by the offseason, especially if the Panthers' struggles continue. The comparisons to other teams' quarterback tradings are telling. The Arizona Cardinals moved on from their first-round pick, Josh Rosen, after just 1 season, and the New York Jets shipped Zach Wilson to the Denver Broncos after their tremendous tenure. If the Panthers choose to trade Young, they could attempt to recoup some of the assets they lost in the deal to draft him, although it's unlikely to get anything close to what they gave up on. Young's perspective, I take accountability. Despite the tough situations, Bryce Young has maintained a positive attitude. Speaking to reporters for the first time since benching, Young admitted the news was surprising but took full responsibility for his performance. It was not something that I necessarily was expecting, Young said. I look in the mirror, and I take accountability for that. Young also made it clear he's not giving up. I have confidence in myself, I said. I always feel like at the end of the day, I'm a competitor. As the Panthers continue their season with Andy Dalton under center, it remains to be seen whether Young will get another shot at the start job or if he'll be traded. For now, both Saban and Young seem to agree. The future holds more growth opportunities. Whether that's in Carolina or somewhere else. But yeah, man, I feel like, but yeah, I really hate to see him go through like this because, honest to God, he didn't deserve this. No one, Bryce Young didn't deserve this. He just got drafted to a team that's in a bad situation. This ain't the and trust me, this ain't the first time a rookie quarterback had to deal with this kind of shit. I mean, look at Baker Mayfield. He was the Browns quarterback. He was QB for the Cleveland Browns all this time, and well, he was in a bad situation himself. I mean, yeah, they managed to help the Browns get into the playoffs. They managed to win a playoff game, but it was like it was a bad situation for him. And then when he got traded to Tampa Bay, and the Browns ownership managed to talk so much negative shit about him just to justify the Deshaun Watson signing. Well, we all know how that panned out. Browns look like goddamn absolute fools, while Baker Mayfield, he's not only striving, but he's thriving in Tampa Bay. I mean, for fuck's sake, Tampa Bay's already 2-0. They're looking really pretty and everything. And then also Baker Mayfield, he's been putting up some putting up some big ass numbers and whatnot. So, and here's the thing: he was the quarterback. And there's another thing that also need to be said. He was the quarterback for Carolina. Well, he was the quarterback for Carolina, and he was in a bad situation, so he got traded. Okay, let's see. Baker Mayfield was a quarterback for the Browns, got traded to Carolina, then he got traded to Tampa Bay, and now he's thriving. He's five. He's good. And look at Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold, he was the Jets quarterback. Then all of a sudden he got traded to Carolina. Then all of a sudden he got picked up by the Vikings with JJ McCarthy. Went down with a fucking season-ending injury. Who was the Vikings rookie? And look at Sam Darnold now. He's thriving with Minnesota, and Minnesota's 2-0. I mean, for fuck's sake, they beat last week. They beat the 49ers, man. They beat the San Francisco 49ers. A team that not only went to the playoffs, but also went to the Super Bowl last season. So, yeah, as much as I like to say this kind of thing, I feel like that this is a bad look. This is a really, really bad look for the Carolina Panthers. And I hate to say this, I don't see anything changing for that team. Why? Because David Tepper, it's like he has that mindset, like he has the mindset of Dan Snyder, the former owner of the Washington Redskins. I said Redskins. I'm really not calling that the Washington Commanders, because that's a bullshit ass name, and never a bullshit ass, and it will never be my name. I'm still gonna keep calling them the Redskins. Yeah, and let's be real. Oh, and I'm pretty sure everybody's gonna say this too, and I'm gonna say it also too. This would have never happened. All this shit that would have never happened if CJ Stroud wasn't the generational gem that he is right now. And besides, the stats don't lie. The stats don't lie. They really don't lie right there, man. It's like, it's so sad. It's so sad. But then again, like I said, this is a dysfunctional franchise, man, and the ownership just wanted. It's situations like that where bad franchises stay bad because you have an owner who don't want to change, who don't want to get the pieces around him. And besides, it's easy to get a star rookie quarterback, everything, but if you don't have the necessary pieces around him, like pieces that's already around that team, or you build a team from the ground up, of course they won't have a success. Of course they won't last long on a team in the NFL. And who knows? It will get to the point where their agents and their family might want that quarterback to be traded to a team that's actually willing to appreciate their services and got weapons on them. Like I said, look at Baker Mayfield. He's cooking right now. He's really fucking cooking. And besides, there's lots of teams. And besides, regardless to the trade speculations, there's a shit ton of teams who will love to get Bryce Young. I can name a few. It's a small bet, but I can name a few teams that might want him. Maybe let's see, Tennessee Titans. Tennessee Titans. That's one. The New York Giants. Maybe the New York Giants. You never know. Hey man, Giants fans. I'm just saying. It can't be the Jets because Aaron Rodgers, he's cooking right now. Can't say Patriots because Jacoby Brissett, he got out. It's just a bad game. They'll bounce back. They always tend to bounce back. Not Seahawks. Geno Smith's cooking. Definitely not the Saints because the Saints are kicking ass. Yeah, I guess those are the only two teams that I figured that are needing a quarterback. So, yeah, but that's just my 2 cents on the thing. I'm glad I want to thank all of y'all for watching this live stream. It really means a lot. As always, be sure to leave a comment, like this video, subscribe to this channel, click the notification bell so you don't miss our update. Share with friends, share with neighbors, share with others, and that's about it. Until next time, this is Sean 07986 signing off. Thank you for watching this video. It really means a lot. And I'll see you in the next one. And for all the teams who are playing today in week 3, I wish you all the best of luck. There are some teams who try to go 3-0. Some teams who try, and there's some teams who try to get that one elusive win. Now, I will say this, though. It's really hard to get into the playoffs if you start the season 0-3. Just saying. So long, everybody.